Project without MRT, can or cannot buy? My name is Rain.
My name is Audrey, and we are from
Singapore New Launch Insider. So Audrey, today we're going to share with our viewers on Hudson Place Residences.
Yes.
Maybe we can begin sharing with who the developers are.
Yes, they are Tian Realty and also 4C Holdings.
Right, and they actually developed quite a number of developments in Singapore.
Yes, and their projects in recent years, right, includes Jadescape, Costa Cabana, Bloomsbury, and also Tenant. So our project name is Hudson Place Residences.
Yeah, actually Hudson Place Residences is quite special because actually this is a mixed development, isn't it?
Yes, there's commercial components on level 1 itself.
Yeah, so it really will give you the convenience right at your doorstep.
Yes.
And of course, Hudson Place Residences is actually located at Media Circle and actually part of Queenstown Planning. Right, and Queenstown Planning actually undergoing quite a lot of government plans.
Yes.
And of course, we talk a little bit about the land size is actually slightly more than 82,000 square feet.
The total number of units is 327 units, and it's actually comprised of 2 blocks. One block is 23 stories high and the other is 15 stories high.
And of course, if you look at the architect, the landscape consultant and the ID, right, these are definitely very well-known brands. We have P&T Consultants, EcoPlan Asia and Index Design. And I think this team actually does quite a lot of mega developments, and this time round they are...
And the luxurious developments.
Exactly. So definitely looking forward to another really beautiful development when it's completed.
Yes.
So if you look at the site plan itself, wow, I can see that even though this is not really a very large development, I see a tennis court right here.
Yes, a 50-meter slab pool and also a tennis court.
So which means to say that we actually have full facilities in this 327 units development.
Yes.
And of course, let's look at one of the very strong and interesting attributes that we have, that the units here, right, have fantastic panoramic views. And in fact, we have more than 90% of the units here having unblocked views. Right?
Yes.
I think from block 20 itself,
Block 20?
actually that goes into really a lot of greenery as well as landed, right?
Yes.
And of course, the other side of the Media Circle, you actually see the Infinite Studios over here.
Yeah, so from level 7 onwards, you get unblocked view.
Yeah, so which is actually this particular direction here. And of course, on the other side as well, we're talking about stack 2 and 3, right? You actually also get quite a lot of greenery and of course the city skyline.
Yes.
So looking at all the different type of units, I think it's quite rare in Singapore, especially in such a prime area, to be able to have units that are so unblocked. I think this is something that if you enjoy units with views, this is something that you shouldn't be missing. Okay, let's also check out a little bit more about the unit mix breakdown.
Yes, the 2-bedroom premium, about 32% of the whole development itself, consisting of 105 units.
And then of course, the next category will 2-bedroom premium plus study. So which means to say actually this particular development doesn't have any 2-bed 1-bath. Which is actually good, right?
Yes, in fact, if you are looking at the 2 bedrooms unit mix, right, they are actually more than 55%.
Yeah, definitely, because actually the way that the developer has broken down the units this time around, they actually have more weightage towards a smaller unit, because in this particular area, which is very well known for super duper high rental yield.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is one of the key reasons, in my opinion, why the number of units for 2-bedroom is actually more than the 3 and the 4s.
And the 4-bedders.
And of course, if you look at the 3-bedroom category, it carries about 21.71%. And we have a couple of 4-bedders. I think in recent years, more and more families also are looking to move into this area itself to be close to their work.
It's close to schools.
You actually do have schools choices that are actually quite near to this development. And that's why actually quite interestingly, even when the developer built Bloomsbury, they actually built penthouses. And it's a 6-bedroom penthouse.
Wow.
Right. And you can see for Hudson Place, they also have 5 penthouses over here. Right.
Yes, they have 5 different types.
Yeah. And they actually have private lift, you know. private
two of
live
the
units.
penthouse.
Exactly, and the 4-bedroom and a bigger 4-bedder that they have also comes with the private live. And of course, if you talk about the location itself, right, it's located in District 5, right, it's within the One North Business Park.
Yes, it is actually home to world-class media, technology, life science companies, and also this dynamic precinct, right? It is buzzes with creativity, collaboration, and also opportunities.
So, and of course, definitely if you talk about all the life sciences, R&D, AI, and everything, right? All these signals major jobs coming into this area, and these are the kind of white-collar workers that will actually bring up the rental demand in this particular area. And because of the prime location itself, actually the connectivity is really not too bad.
Yes,
right?
Very well connected
exactly.
to AYE, city.
So if you look at the map over here, you will realize that for Hudson Place, where the Star is located, we're actually surrounded by quite a lot of what we call the $1 million HDB flats.
Yes, look at Dawson, Margaret Drive, Sterling itself, Game Mall.
Yeah, the surrounding HDB flats are all the really high value HDB flats, and this also signals how prime this area is actually. And of course, these are your potential upgraders in future if you are looking at who potentially could be your future resale buyers. Of course, we are talking so much about the new transformation plans, as well as, of course, we want to share with our viewers the latest master plan, right?
Yes, I think this is really exciting. We are seeing a greater One North area itself, and it's going to have like 11,000 new homes, including approximately 5,000 private homes in Biopolis itself.
More and more new housing area you can see over here, right, is being added in the URA master plan, right, in 2025. And if you look at over here, we have the Dover Medway, we have the Biopolis, one of the development launched recently, not too long ago, called Linden Woods. Yeah, and I remember when Linden Woods was being launched, right?
It was hot.
It was really, really hot, and I remember they sold more than 90% in one day. So maybe we can actually share with our viewers a little bit more about the master plan as well.
Okay, so looking at the master plan, you can see that there's multiple business parks in the pipeline. Yeah, apart from you look at the ones that are in pink color, they're mainly the mixed developments with residential.
Yeah, of course, and I think if you look at this master plan itself, you see a lot of blue color, right? These are all the business park plots of land.
So what does that mean?
Right. Really more and more businesses are coming to this area, particularly in AI, tech, R&D, and biomedical. Yes. So definitely more jobs, more synergies, and lots of new land upcoming. Since we have so many upcoming land and in the field and the sectors of all the very highly sought after sectors, the current workforce in the area has already grown to more than 62,000. So if you are an investor looking at potential of rental yield, this is definitely an area that is very, very highly sought after. In this particular area of Greater One North as well, since we are in the in this whole entire area that consists of the Dover Medway, the One North, the Biopolis, and of course we also have the Singapore Science Park. This whole entire area itself is an innovation hub.
Yes.
Yeah. So while we have a lot of commercial, we also have a lot of new private residential coming into this area, right? So usually when new residential come into the area itself, the government actually will boost up the infrastructure and the connectivity. Right. At the same time, I think there's a lot of new recreational spaces to welcome this whole entire increase in residential population. And with more residential coming into this area, we did talk a little bit about increase of recreation place. Maybe Audrey can share a little bit more about the One North Park.
Yeah, so One North Park is actually a 16-hectare linear park which will seamlessly connect all the 8 precincts, bring this live, work, learn, play concept to life. And it's actually integrated with the rail corridor. So this park actually offers this continuous green spine that will be really ideal for cyclists, joggers, and also outdoor enthusiasts.
So interesting. I think the government has done really a good job in terms of the green corridor, as well as all the park connectors in Singapore, right? Really linking all the different green areas that we can for all the residents living in the different parts of Singapore. And I think they have done a good job looking at the plan, right? You can see on the screen over here all the 8 different precincts and how that greenery is actually quite seamlessly connected.
Yes.
Right? If you look at the proximity to the rail corridor as well, right, which actually will bring you from the Kranji node, right, all the way to where Media Circle is, ending at actually the former Tanjong Pagar Railway
Station.
Yes, exactly. So family with school-going kids, what choices of schools and educational institutions do you have? Actually, within 1 kilometer itself, we already have a school.
We have Newtown Primary School within 1 kilometer.
And of course, other than Newtown Primary School, within 1 to 2 clicks, you have the very, very popular Fairfield Methodist, as well as Queenstown Primary School. Of course, we talk a little bit about connectivity being in the city fringe area. We are pretty close to the One North area as well. We are only 1 stop to Kent MRT, as well as 2 stops to Holland Village, right?
In fact, at Star Vista, you have the amenities, the supermarkets there, and then you are only 7 minutes ride to Mei Ling Market and 8 minutes ride to Ghim Moh Market.
And of course, let's look at the development highlights over here. Hudson Place Residences definitely have a location advantage because it's actually located in Singapore's most dynamic business district.
Yes, and like we mentioned earlier, this is a place where you actually live, work and play. And this is actually a rare mixed development in the heart of Singapore's Silicon Valley.
So Hudson Place Residences is actually quite a good size development because we have a land size of slightly more than 82,000 square feet and also commercial space of more than 4,300 square feet.
Yes.
327 units on a pretty good land size and I think quite low density as well.
And full condo facilities.
Exactly.
Yes. And of course, it's in the URA master plan under the Dover Greater One North. Okay, so here's a fun fact. Xingjian actually bought Media Circle land before URA draft master plan in June. So they actually bought it before the news about Greater One North.
Lucky them.
Yes.
Yeah. So how much did they buy it for?
The bid is 1,037 PSF PPR.
That is really cheap. So if you look at the 1,037 PSF PPR for Hudson Place, and this could potentially mean they break even at about 20XX. So if you see over here itself, if the developer launches a little bit more sensitive within the 10 to 20% profit zone. Okay, of course, let's take a look at talking so much about the land costing, right?
Yeah, earlier we were saying about, you're talking about this Hudson Place Residences prices. It may be cheaper than OCR price.
Exactly.
So now let's take a look at what will be the prices in OCR coming.
And of course, I think for Bayshore, right, which is Vela Bay now currently previewing, they bought it at 1,388 PSF, and now if you look at all the prices that they're launching at, they're actually launching at about 226, around 226 PSF starting from. And we also have Chuan Grove, 1,376 PSF.
So we have 2 sites at Chuan itself. So one is 1,376 PSF and the other one is 1,331 PSF.
I believe the developer who won this 2 plot of land is looking to actually amalgamate this into one big development. So you should definitely watch out for that one as well, right? And of course for Bedok Rise itself, this is an OCR location, 1,330 PSF. And of course, last but not least, let's look at the Hougang land cost. This is actually also a mixed integrated development. 1179, this is a OCR, break-even is also 2,245. So if you look at Hudson Place 2052, potentially we are looking at a land cost that is actually 33.8%
lower than the upcoming OCR sites.
Exactly, right. So this might be your cheapest RCR launch buying at OCR prices. And of course, we really talk about entry, how safe this potential land cost can give you, right? We also want to look a little bit on how potentially we can exit as well. Okay, of course, we talk about the transformation of One North. There's going to be 8 distinct precincts.
And over 400 leading companies
and with 15 public research institutions.
And 5 institutes of higher learning and corporate universities.
Yeah, and of course, with all these comes with 50,000 workforce, and we're talking about white-collar workers. And those of you who love nature, the government has set aside 16 hectares worth of land for parks.
And it's conveniently located and highly accessible by all forms of public transport.
And definitely this is a location where offices are already set up, which also means lots of population influx to this area. And with the population, it means ready buyers.
Ready tenants.
Exactly. So actually really no MRT, will you really have problems selling it later?
I think this is a question that a lot of people will ask.
Yeah.
Because the current trend that we have is, it must be near MRT, it must be near schools, right? But let's take a look at Principal Gardens. It's not near MRT, but look at that profit that they're actually making. It's up to 1.43 million.
That if you talk a little bit about the gap between a non-MRT project and an MRT project, potentially the one without the MRT might end up having more profitability like what we see over here.
Yes, right here, Principal Garden, and of course we also have Clavon.
Of course, Clavon is also a property that's, I would say, pretty near to these areas that we have been talking about. Wow, look at the kind of profit that they are enjoying.
Right.
Yeah. And you can see even the 3 and 4 bedroom units are quite highly sought after, not just the smaller units for investment. So you profit not just because of the MRT, but how safe your entry point is.
Yes.
So at Hudson Place Residences, because of the very, very good land cost that the developer have acquired the land, is you get to potentially enter at a very safe entry point. Right, so even though potentially we are not so close to the MRT,
Yes.
right? If you look at what we have at Media Circle,
Because we have actually a plot of land here, there's 0.8 plot ratio. Of course, the speculation will be, is it possible that the government is actually planning to build something there, an MRT station there?
well, potentially, because if you look at the small plot of land over here with 0.8 plot ratio, right? And of course, if you talk about this area itself, the government have zoned it to be white, right? White means anything can happen.
Yes.
This is just our guess.
This is in the news, Channel News Asia itself. Yeah, the New Tengah and Seletar MRT lines are being studied, and they could be operational from 2040 onwards.
Okay, so if you look at the proposed MRT lines as under study itself, it could potentially run through Media Circle area.
Yes.
Okay, so what about the rental demand? Will always, this is, I would say, something that is already tested and proven, right? That the rental in this particular area is very, very strong.
This is a place where you have actually talent magnet economy. Yeah, and who are the people working over there? It's the high income earners. Actually.
Exactly, and all the white collar workers coming from the AI and the R&D and the global tech people and the biomedical scientists, right? Which makes it one of the strongest tenant profiles that you can have in Singapore actually.
Yes.
Let's deep dive a little bit onto the rental demand and show the viewers a little bit more numbers, right? In terms of rental transaction volume, for the developments actually pretty near to the One North area itself.
So you actually have Rochester Residence, which has 125 rental contracts in just 2025 itself. And it's not a very big development.
If you look at the list of the properties around over here, they're actually quite interesting because they have pretty old developments like Dover Park View, Heritage View.
Yeah.
These are pretty old already, but yet at the same time enjoying very strong rental transaction volume. And of course, we talk a little bit about Normanton Park itself. We have 664 rental contracts in the last year.
Yes.
Before we leave, we want to share with you some very important dates that you must take note of.
So targeted preview dates are from 1st to 12th May.
And the booking will be on the 16th of May. So if you are looking to take a look at Hudson Place Residences during the preview, please contact us to secure a show flat appointment and also more analysis if you need to speak to us. My name is Rain.
And I'm Audrey.
And we are from the
Singapore
Singapore
New
New
Launch
Launch
Insider.
Insider. And we look forward to seeing you at Hudson Place Residences soon. See you!